Well, I think one of the reasons why we're seeing less and less civic engagement is because people are becoming disillusioned with the power of democracy. Corporations are taking over the vote now, and so we need to find ways to instill, to make people believe again in democracy. And so promoting the human will, promoting the desire to re-engage in politics is going to be important. So, one, we have to go back to teaching civics, in elementary school and making sure we're growing politically conscious people from the ground up, and getting them involved in local action. So if you don't have a store in your neighborhood, then let's organize around that, and let's go to the powers that be and force their hand to make sure we have a store in our neighborhood. So communities need to see small wins. If they see small wins, it'll energize them to build more, to escalate up into bigger wins. But we got to go back to Civics 101, but also restore the faith in democracy in our neighborhoods and communities, and help them achieve small wins and build from there.
Thank you, Reverend Welch. Mr. Peduto.
There's one guaranteed way of getting people to get involved. Listen. It's been proven time and time again. If somebody says, why isn't there a stop sign at the end of my street, and then all of a sudden a stop sign appears, you got a community leader right there because they saw the result happen. When we put together the plan for a community process for hiring a new police chief, something that had never been done in this country, and we allowed community process to be a part of it, and then created from that a weighted algorithm in order to test what the community's concerns were, people had a tangible way of seeing that they were not only being listened to, but they could see where the results were coming and how their part actually played a part in choosing a police chief. You can use those types of metrics in order to be able to do a lot of different things. But we also have to be very cognizant that this younger generation doesn't view being involved through government. They view it being involved through social activity, social work, being involved in nonprofit organizations. And by not simply trying to funnel them into a political type of participation, but empowering the groups that they're now a part of, you'll get a greater participation through that as well. But we have to be able to adapt.
Thank you, Mr. Peduto. Mrs. Harris.
A lot of times communities are ignored till it's election time, and then that's when you see the politicians come out. But I don't consider myself a politician. 33 years I volunteered as a community leader, president of a neighborhood organization, started other organizations to make us bigger for people to listen. And all you have to do is go out and listen to the neighborhoods and work with those neighborhoods. I mean, it's not hard, and it should be that the mayor should be out in the neighborhoods and working with you to make each and every neighborhood better. One neighborhood could be beside another neighborhood and want totally different things. And it's possible to work with those. I work with mine. And to organize so that you have more together by not just being one neighborhood, but being the South together with all of your neighborhoods together. I know that you're involved with some of the suburban areas too, but it also helps to have your organization all together in a neighborhood to have more power. But with me, you're not going to have to ask me to come. I'm going to come out to your communities and work with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Harris.